Trying to sneak into the Queen's personal chambers, are we? I could have you killed for that. Stop quivering. I know I called you here. I know you're not trying to break in. You're not that stupid. At least I think you're not that stupid. It's a bit late. The sun is set. And yet, I can't sleep. So many things on my mind. I know it's a problem I'm sure someone like you never has, since there's nothing that should be on your mind. Do you even have things going on inside that skull of yours? No. You just let me do all the important thinking. You just go about your day. There's a reason I called you up here. It's not just because I was looking for something to distract myself. I've been hearing some things about a particular servant. Apparently, one of the servants that I procured from a conquered nation has been doing quite well in their new duties. That doesn't happen too often. Usually when people are brought in from another land, they're a bit troublesome. Now the rest of the castle is quite pleased by your obedient nature. Typically I would be as well, however I find it a bit more suspicious. Could it be that this dog simply enjoys having a new master? Who's to say? Still, you have been doing a decent job. You've completed all of the work I've given to you. And you've done so with little complaint. I recognize hard work when I see it. It's so easy to spot because I don't see it very often. So, regardless of why you are obeying so well, or maybe it's out of fear or respect, or maybe you really are just that smart, but I think you need a little reward. Just a little one. Nothing too big. Don't want to inflate what little ego someone like you might have. Let's see. What would a little servant want? First of all, since you're going to be in my presence for more than a few seconds, you should really smell more pleasant, which you don't at the moment, so let's take care of that for all our sakes. Do you know what that scent is? That's absolutely incorrect. I wouldn't expect someone of your class to know what this scent is. It's made out of ambergris. Very hard to come by, very expensive. Whale vomit? What do you mean, whale vomit? You think you're funny? 'Cause you're not. It's not good to try to insult the queen. Although it is more entertaining when the servants are a bit more feisty. Whale vomit. Why would anyone turn that into a perfume? Can't be. Well, it somewhat covered your odor. Where have you been working? The stables? Kitchens? I don't remember where I had you working. Yes, that would explain that unique scent about you. Goodness. Don't they ever wash you down? I suppose not. Well, it has been quite a while since it rained last. That's probably the last time you were able to bathe. Your hair is all... What is that? There's like something on it. Dirt, dust, spider web. Can't have someone like that in my presence. I can't believe that when I called you up here so late into the night, you didn't stop and bathe beforehand. Yes, I know I demanded that you'd arrive immediately, but perhaps you could have passed by a fountain on your way here and just cleaned up a little. Lower class has no common sense. Let's see. Hold still. You know, you're not the only person from your country that I brought here. What do your other countrymen think about you? Spending all this time listening and obeying every order from the people who caught you, took you captive, destroyed your home, separated you from your family and friends, if you had any, that is. And now you spend your days following the orders of the very people who think so little of you. The others aren't as obedient as you. They argue and whine and refuse to cooperate. I wish all of them were like you. It's almost like your mind's a blank. You don't have any desires of your own. All you do is wait for someone to tell you what to do, and then you do it. I thought it'd be simple, but, well, I guess I overestimated them and their ability to listen. But they're not going to get the same treatment as you, of course. Since you obey, you get a little treat now and again. Well, they get to rot and sit in the dungeon. Skin is so tough. Are those calluses? I don't know if I've ever seen one so up close before. Is that a scar? How did you get that? Especially right there. Looks painful. Did I give you that? I don't remember. I've hit so many people. I just can't keep track of every single time I've done it. This one looks a bit more recent. It doesn't look like one I've done. Could that have been my friends in... Another noble, perhaps? Well, if it was another noble, then you really should tell me. I won't have anyone else hitting my servants. That is for me and me alone. Let's clean you up a bit more. That's not just water. It's filled with sweet smelling spices, herbs, to really give it a nice smell. No, there's no ambergris in it. It's just for perfume. This has things that you may have heard of before. It's a very special kind of plant. We call them flowers. You've heard of them. Yes, some grow in the garden. I haven't been to the gardens myself. I'm busy planning, looking at maps, finding new territories to conquer. But now my older sister, she loved the gardens. She enjoyed walking through them, listing every plant, watching the bees float around, landing on each pretty flower. She also had an orchard. Do you know what an orchard is? It's a place where trees are grown, specifically trees that have fruit on them. She really liked that. She liked to be outside among the trees and the garden. She was supposed to be queen. But then she fell ill and passed away, leaving me to take care of everything alone, as usual. Everyone really liked my sister. She was calm and very, well, I don't want to say low class, but low class. She liked to spend time among the commoners. She used to let them roam about the gardens and the orchard and pick things, eat them. That was then. Now it's just me. Don't worry, it's never lonely when you're queen, especially when you're conquering all these lands and meeting all these fun new potential servants. Did I give you a new name, or did I let you keep your peasant name? I don't recall. Well, we got your face. The rest of you, it's a work in progress. Let's see. I think this is just a temporary improvement. I want you to go out there and really show off your less filthy look to the other servants, especially the ones who are from your conquered territory. I really want them to see that the queen doesn't always have to be so mean. She can be agreeable at times. Let's see. They'll be able to smell you and see your face. At least as much that is able to see this. This is something I can do. Your jacket. It is a jacket, is it? It looks more like a bunch of rags sewn together. I'll give you a new coat. How about that? Let's see. Grab this. Just take this off. And I'll replace it with that one. But first, let's get this off of you. Just get this light. What is this made out of? Some kind of really cheap leather. How long have you been wearing this? It stinks. Is this your only coat? The others are going to be so jealous when you arrive with a new one. I will have to get this burned. It's just this down there for now. And now for something new. Let's see. Shoulders are about that big. Biceps. Very surprisingly nice biceps for someone like yourself. Okay, about this wide of shoulders by that bit of the neck. A collar that will fit around that. Maybe something that goes around here by the chest. What's a good size for that? Arm length. How long are your arms? I don't know how to measure. At least not a suit. I do know how to measure and write down formations and battle plans, that sort of math, but this is a bit, well, something my sister would have known. I just let other people take care of this sort of stuff. Alright, I will just have to guess which coat would fit you best. I have several of them. Which one would fit someone of your physique? Let's see, about yay tall. About where's the waist from the shoulders? About here to there. Up here. Put this in. But of course, yes, we need to measure. But I don't. I guess I'll just use my hand. How many hands are you? About 4 of my hands. The arms. About 3 and a half-ish. Torso, maybe there. richest and most important people. Now that it would be funny, but I really shouldn't waste good material on someone like you. Something a bit. Oh, of course. The best color of all is something dark. Go. This coat is not too heavy, not too light, so it should keep you warm. Of course, it has buttons. You know how to use buttons. Let's put this on you. Should fit. Put your arm out. Put your arm out. And other arm. Let's get that there. And button up. Yes. Okay. There. Oh, that fits you very nicely. Good job. Me, of course, I picked it out with my excellent measurement skills. Yes, the color does look good on you. Looks good there, too. But still, something is missing. Let's see. Oh, of course. The one thing everyone wants. Gold. A bit of jewelry. Something to really make everything just shine. I suppose I could give you an older piece of jewelry that I've worn at some point. It would show everyone that you have my somewhat favor. Which should I give you? A pocket watch. Maybe you don't know how to tell the time. Maybe this wouldn't be such a good thing. It would look quite nice hanging from your neck. Or perhaps from your pocket here. Maybe from the coat. Maybe I could pin this on here. Make it look like a medal. Put that hanging from over there. Maybe we could hang it from the side of the coat, the shoulder down. That makes a big difference over here. No, that doesn't quite work there either. Put something down here. Put it in the pocket. Which pocket will we put it in? There's the coat. Set it in. No, that might get too heavy. That might interfere with their work. We can't put that too low. But if we put it here, now that no one can see it, it needs to really, really be the focus of attention. I want everyone to know where you got this and who gave it to you and why you were given it. This is quite right. Put that in the maybe pile. and simple, something easy to wear. Just a simple band, gold and silver. This could be this wrist, something. I don't know. Maybe over here on this wrist, maybe a bit higher. No, that's not quite right either. This doesn't, it's a bit too plain. It doesn't stand out quite enough to really get my point across that people should listen to me. Maybe an earring or something like that. I would have to pierce a new hole to get this to fit properly and let that dangle there from the ear. Maybe from over here. That would look quite interesting as an earring, but again, it would probably get in the way of your work. Don't want your ears to be ripped out. You need your ears so you can hear my commands. Definitely don't want to ruin those. Perhaps this, one of my older necklaces. Maybe that would work better. Just a plain necklace. Something not too big, not too small, but quality is there. Around your neck. It sits quite nicely. Everyone can see it, but it doesn't appear to be getting in the way. Yes, guess we'll do. What do you think, servant? The necklace? It's going to be the necklace. Sit still. Make sure I don't get this tangled in anything. Go. Sit up straight. Decent. Certainly look more like a personal servant to a noble rather than just an everyday servant. I'm sure your peers will be green in envy. Look at you. Who wouldn't be jealous of receiving such lovely gifts from the Queen herself? Let's see. Clean face. Somewhat better scent. Nice new jacket. Not the one made out of questionable material. And of course, something sparkly. Who doesn't like sparkly things? It's very nice. Good. Very good. I almost want to call an artist up here and have them just draw what you look like so we can remember it forever, but I'm sure everyone has better things to do than draw a mere servant. Continue to obey and do a good job, and you may receive even more gifts. You may receive. Don't expect anything. That'll be all, servant. You can go and attend to your other duties. Get out. Things to do.